Hey everybody, and welcome back to my stream. Today I'm going to try and show you where to get the resources required to make Plastanium. I am asked quite a lot when people first start in this zone of deep desert, where do I mine Plastanium, and you don't. You have to get the two resources, primary resources, Stravidium and Titanium, and then you combine them together and make Plastinium. So, what we're going to do is, we are at the deep desert now. I'm going to be using my assault thopter, purely because when you come out in deep desert, you can see the land masses are quite far apart, and because they're so far apart, it's impossible to get a buggy to drive from your PvE base over to the PvE area, PvP area, where the Titanium and Stravidium are. So it kind of makes your buggy obsolete, and making a base out in the deep desert at the moment kind of pointless. I've found it's very vulnerable to attack, especially after a sandstorm. So I've stopped making the bases out in the PvP zone now, purely because I've lost too much there. There's nothing you're going to store there other than a buggy, and people will destroy your base just to destroy the buggy. If you put it into a box, they destroy it. If you take the buggy with you, it kind of makes it pointless, because then you've got to just, where you're going to put the resource. Okay, so for me, I will be bringing it back out to PvE zone over here in E5, where I've got a base made up at the moment, and I also have the base all the way down here in A5, just where you zone in. So I've got a transfer base. So what I'll be doing is I'll be getting the resource I need, and then I'll be flying that resource from this holding base down to the transfer base. Now I know that we need to go up to G3. I did actually look at the map today to see which zone I would go for Titanium, and it is, like I say, it's in the PvP zone. We're going to fly across there right now. I'm just going to quickly fill up. Look at that, it came on just as I was going to fill it up. Let's just get some more fuel actually real quick from the base. I know I've got a few hidden away there, so we'll get a bit more fuel, and that way I can spend a bit more time out there. Okay, just got to get across here. I think I'm going to make the entrance across the other side, because it's primarily this side that will be coming in anyway. Right, I think there's some fuel in one of these, or it might be in this main one actually. Let's have a look. Yep, okay, good. Right, let's take one of those, and we're ready to go. Now, any resource you get out in the deep desert is heavy. They all weigh a hell of a lot. That's why a lot of people do try and make bases out in the PvP zone, just to transfer their spice and that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I've scaled down my base size. My deep desert base usually is massive. I have the large spice refinery, a large oil refinery. I have the Fremen death stills where I can get water from. I have power. It's crazy. But last week, transferring back, it took me 16 journeys in an assault to take back all the requirements and resources you need to make the base. So scaling down this time, and what I'm going to try this week is I'm going to actually just try mining, or going out with my harvester and actually taking the resource, put it into storage, and then take it across the transfer base and do it all over in Haga Basin. Alright, let's get that little bit of fuel in there, and away we go. Get some height, get some speed up. Okay, so we're going to go into the PvP zone now, and I could well get attacked, I don't know. We are in a Mark 6 assault, so it can cruise at 163, which is where we're at right now, which is actually faster than a Mark 6 Scout with rocket launchers. So we should be able to get away from it, hopefully. We will see. We don't have to go too far. We only have to go 6,000 meters into the deep desert, into the PvP area, and have a little look. Now we do have to fly. We fly over this worm mouth here. I'm going to check it now. This is where I intend to come for my spice harvesting if we can. It's dry at the moment, so once again, got to look around which one it's at. If you want to go spice harvesting, get out there in a scout first and find which mouth spawning, or ask in deep desert chat. Which our deep desert chat's usually pretty active. Just got to invite somebody in. Entered in. Let's have a look at this. Okay, he's in the guild now. There we go. Alright, so pushing along. I will get some height in a moment, but as I approach I tend to go a little bit lower, purely because if you have got thrusters, you can get speed up very, very quickly by going up at the same time. So if I get attacked, then I can get away. That's all quicksand below me. We don't want to mess with that. We will get up there now. See, by using the thrusters and going up at the same time, I can get to maximum speed and go high at the same time, get some height. So it's a really good way if you're going to be attacked. It's a good way of getting away. Alright. It's going to be one of these large areas, either this one or the one further across. That's going to be titanium. We'll drop down, just have a look at this one. And you will get people in scouts that will actually camp these little areas as well, which can be a little bit frustrating. So as soon as they hear you land, they'll come after you. But no, we've got some titanium here. So this here lovely shape is titanium, and the best way to get this, just hop out. You need a Mach 5 minimum cut array. Okay, so if you bring a buggy out, you have to have a Mach 6 cut array on the buggy. So just bear that in mind. If you come over here with anything less than Mach 5, you will not be able to get any of this titanium or stravidium. Now you'll see what I mean about the weight in a minute. It's quite heavy. I'll fill myself up. So that's just 3 nodes so far, and I'm pretty much maxed out with 106. So it is heavy, and this is why a lot of people make little bases out here so you can transfer. So the weight of that is 95. So really just call it 100 for 100. It's very heavy. So we'll just go across to this one here. Oops, stuck under the wing. We'll quick drop that, and away we go. So we've got, what we now, just over 200 or so. We'll take that 200 for now. You can see I've got plenty more space. I could fill this up very, very easily. But that's the titanium, or one of the titanium spawns this week. There is another one further up to the northwest. But I think what I'm going to do now is I am actually going to open up my map, and I am going to go across to Stravidium over at G9, on the corner of G9. So we'll open our map up. We know we're already in G, and we're going to go all the way across to G9. over this way. It's a fair old trip, so 16,000 meters. Alright, but I do want to show you the Stravidium islands as well, so you can get an idea of what you need to do. Now, I will say you'll primarily need to start getting Stravidium, because that's made into the fibers, and once you've got the Stravidium fibers, that's when you can sorry, my cat just jumped in through the window. That's when you can start making Plastinium once you've got the titanium. But you do need the Stravidium fibers first. So you'll get the Stravidium in a moment, then you put that into a chemical refinery, which will then give you your Stravidium fibers. Then once you've got your Stravidium fibers, you use that and titanium into your ore refinery, and you make Plastinium. So it's a bit of a process, but just like everything in Dune, it's just another thing you've got to do if you want you know, your Mark 6 stuff. At the moment, the deep desert's fairly quiet around here for now, which is nice. You often find people camping the area over by the titanium and zerging people when they go down there, which doesn't really make much sense to me, but they do. But there we go. So here's another nice little island here. If you all want to come over here, it depends what you're looking for, but you can see there's another island here. This is the carbon. This is your carbon fiber, right? Yeah, this is carbon. So what we'll do is just drop down. I mean, this is untouched. This will not be touched, actually. The carbon ore will not be touched in this zone. And yet there's lots of it, so if you wanted to take advantage of that, aluminum doesn't get touched. Carbon doesn't get touched. It's a shame there's no aetherite crystal, because that would be definitely handy, because you could make duraluminum out of here, but unfortunately I've not found anywhere that's got that, so Haga Rift it is for that, I guess. So again, just moving across, we've got another 11,000 to go now. We could fly over this island as well, I suppose, and check what's on there, but it seems kind of futile. It's probably aluminum or something. But no, it's, I mean, you can see the distance, for example, over here. If I just get some more height up here for a minute, and we have a look. Look how far the gaps are between, well, there's nothing over here, look. So you can see the gap's just too far for you to drive a buggy. Even where they've put the areas together over here, you can see there's a few land masses that are fairly close. You've then got to go at least 1,000 meters, I'd say, to the next, maybe even 2,000 meters to the next landmass if you're going to head east. So, kind of impossible. Oh, quick bit of advice at the time of making this video. We're just at the end of July now, of 2025, and the next big patch that comes in, they're going to make it a lot more difficult to get the flower sand in Haga Basin. So what they're going to do is the worms are going to be a lot more active around the flower sand. And I think they're actually moving the flower sand away from the land masses and making the worms more active. So I would suggest, if you've got the chance, see somebody's been mining down there, get yourself as much flower sand as you can possibly get. Even if you just spend an hour on it, just get as much as you can possibly get in a buggy, for example, several thousand, or an assault. Just get as much as you can now, stockpile it, get it away in your base, so you don't have to deal with all the change that's coming. You'll already have all that flower sand to make your silicon. It's exactly what I'll be doing. Over the next couple of days, I'll be hoarding flower sand. It's going to be more difficult, I think, to get than probably spice is right now. I don't know. It's a long old trek over here, huh? Just have a drink of water before we get there. Oops. And I think I need to get a new welding torch. I didn't realise it was so damaged. Oops. Alright, so my thought is it's probably that big island over there that we're heading to. Like I said, I haven't even unlocked the zones yet. I haven't opened them up and had a look. I might be wrong. It might be further south, but we'll soon find out. I'm thinking it'll be the middle of G8. By the look on the map, it's kind of... yeah, it's just as you go into G9, so I'd say it's actually just about there. So it is probably this landmass. It'll be this one. Certain of it. And we have a scout. Oh no, no, he's not a scout. Oh, but it is. Okay, so we're going to come down here. This is where you kind of hope that this guy's not going to be an ass and start attacking me. Nah, he's going away. That's fine. Alright, so this is Stravidium. Now, this isn't actually as heavy as the titanium. So you will find that you can carry a bit more. I think I can probably carry 3 nodes right now. We'll see, there's one. Now, the reason I'm worrying about the PvP, I guess, is because my character isn't currently spec'd for fighting. He's spec'd for mining and that's it. So my skill trees are all set, so you can actually get 3 nodes, maybe 4, for the same amount as you can titanium. So my character is currently spec'd out for mining, repairing and spicing. So that's it. Fighting, not so much. Now you can change the spec of your character once every 48 hours, and if you screw it up, you're stuck with it. And believe me, it's a pain. A few weeks ago I respec'd and forgot to have my sugar wire on, and I felt absolutely gimped the whole time because I had no sugar wire. I couldn't get away, I couldn't fight, I couldn't do it, it was horrible. And I use that just for even traversing anyway. When I'm mining I use it. But what I'd done is I'd respec'd it to swordsman, and made sure I could heal plenty, you know, natural healing and that kind of stuff, and yeah, kind of screwed myself up. Didn't have my sugar wire, so I didn't want to fight anybody at that point anyway. Okay, so you can carry almost pretty much double the amount of Stravidium, but you have to also remember you're going to use more of that because you have to refine it first. So we're just going to grab a little bit. Probably just grab 2 more nodes. In fact, no, 4 more nodes. If I do my math correctly. Let's find somewhere over here. And I guess just for this demonstration I could have come out in a scout. But I figured at least I can show you how long it takes to get there and back when you're in an assault. And I know I've got the Mark 6 assault, so it makes it very slightly faster. But it doesn't make a massive difference over the kind of distance we've just got. So, okay, pick up bits on the floor. Now, believe it or not, there was a time, I'm talking quite a while ago, before the release, when we didn't actually have the materials to make a Mark 5 cut array. So you had to come out here and you had to pick up all of these chunks. It was rough. Okay, so I think we've got enough. For what I want to do, I think we've got enough. So I am going to go directly back to Haga Basin. So I'm going to fly directly south of here. And I'll probably go through the zone wall directly ahead there, actually. Alright, so I'm going to go back to Haga Basin. And I will resume when I get there. You didn't see me fly all the way there again. It's going to take a fair old time, I guess. My transfer base is 18,000 meters away, so yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of time just to get back. But we'll get back. Once we're in Haga Basin, I'll resume the recording, and you guys can catch up from there instead of having to sit and watch and wait. Hey guys, so what's up? We are back in Haga Basin, in my base, and we're going to drop off the Stravidium and Titanium that we found, and then I'm going to show you what we need to do with it. So if I just go to this one here, put a little bit of fuel in this one, a few bits and pieces. Let's go to the Assault. We'll drop both off. Okay, so first of all we need to get the Stravidium fiber. So we go to the chemical refinery, and you can see here Stravidium fibers cost 3 Stravidium for 1 fiber. So we'll just get them working. And as soon as they're finished, we will be able to make Plastinium with the titanium that we've already got. So we'll go to the ore refinery, and we'll scroll down, and we'll see Plastinium there. So I've already got some Stravidium fibers ready already, so I'll use them. And this is the titanium ore that I've just brought back with us. And that's going to allow us to make, just for the titanium there, because it takes 4 for each, we're going to be able to make 53. So we'll make 53 Plastanium. And that's it, folks. It's as easy as that. As easy as that. It's a fair old trek. But yeah, we just go out there, get the Stravidium, break that down so it's into Stravidium fibers, and then get your titanium with the Stravidium fibers, throw it into an ore refinery, and you have yourself Plastanium. Then you'll be able to make all of the lovely Mark 6 and higher equipments and weapons and all that wonderful stuff. So the Regis stuff, for example, and the, I think it's the Chome armor, I believe I'll be able to make. Let's have a little look. This is the advanced one. So I'll be able to go across here and make the Chome stuff, and you can see it's like the helmet's 300, 225 on the hands, 300 on the pants, so it's pretty good. 450 on the chest. So that's your Chome stuff. And then obviously if you go around, you find, like I've been finding blueprints, and you can go ahead and make yourself the stuff from the blueprints, which we all love to get from the deep desert. So I hope this video has been instructive for you. I hope you found it useful, and if you have, please smash that like, smash the subscribe, and come back for more. I very much appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you join me back on the next video. Hey guys, so what's up? We are back in Haga Basin, in my base, and we're going to drop off the Stravidium and Titanium that we found, and then I'm going to show you what we need to do with it. So if I just go to this one here, put a little bit of fuel in this one, a few bits and pieces. Let's go to the Assault. We'll drop both off. Okay, so first of all we need to get the Stravidium fiber. So we go to the chemical refinery, and you can see here Stravidium fibers cost 3 Stravidium for 1 fiber. So we'll just get them working. And as soon as they're finished, we will be able to make Plastinium with the titanium that we've already got. So we'll go to the ore refinery, and we'll scroll down, and we'll see Plastinium there. So I've already got some Stravidium fibres ready already, so I'll use them. And this is the titanium ore that I've just brought back with us, and that's going to allow us to make, just for the titanium there, because it takes 4 for each, we're going to be able to make 53. So we'll make 53 Plastanium. And that's it, folks. It's as easy as that. As easy as that. It's a fair old trek. But yeah, we just go out there, get the Stravidium, break that down so it's into Stravidium fibres, and then get your titanium with the Stravidium fibres, throw it into an ore refinery, and you have yourself Plastanium. Then you'll be able to make all of the lovely Mark 6 and higher equipments and weapons and all that wonderful stuff. So the Regis stuff, for example, and the, I think it's the Chome armor, I believe I'll be able to make. Let's have a little look. This is the advanced one. So I'll be able to go across here and make the Chome stuff, and you can see it's like the helmet's 300, 225 on the hands, 300 on the pants, so it's pretty good. 450 on the chest. So that's your Chome stuff, and then obviously if you go around, you find, like I have been, I've been finding blueprints, and you can go ahead and make yourself the stuff from the blueprints, which we all love to get from the deep desert. So I hope this video has been instructive for you. I hope you found it useful, and if you have, please smash that like, smash the subscribe, and come back for more. I very much appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you join me back on the next video.